Hey, welcome, folks, to the Let's Go Fishing show. As you can see, I've got two of my distinguished guests with me again tonight.
Always.
Always. I tell you right now, I couldn't make it without you and Mike, Bill. No way. Couldn't make it. Right off the get-go, I want to say hello to Dad. Now, Dad, I'm hoping you better be watching. And he said to tell you hello.
Oh, good. Hello there, old fishing partner.
Oh, Lord. And actually, give Mike a good talking to there. I ain't going to say what he said. I can't say that. But anyway, he did say to tell you and Polly both hello. And so, Dad, make sure you're watching. Hey, a couple of people I want to recognize tonight. Sheila Jenkins, my uncle's wife, had a birthday yesterday. I want to say happy birthday to her. They're down in Griffin, Georgia, ain't they, Mike? Is that where they're at? Hampton. Okay, Hampton, Georgia, right on the other side of Atlanta there. So, and they watch the show on their computer, stream it live. I want to say happy birthday to Sheila. And then a good friend of mine, ex-school teacher, ball coach, T.C. Davis. Known as Darwin Davis, out in the Coalfield area. I wanted to say hello to him. And got to talk to, he ran into my wife today and sent me word. So I wanted to say hello to him for sure. Folks, what we got tonight, why it's on my mind, I want to wish everybody a safe and happy Thanksgiving. I don't want to forget that before we sign off. Make sure we get that done. The fishing film tonight, Mike kind of went overboard at Bill. I thought we was going to be up the creek on film, but he's got about 20 minutes or more of crappie fishing down there, I guess.
I tell you right now, he done been telling me about it. He run into him big time.
Yeah, that's the whole deal right there. So Wes and I went down Sunday afternoon and to bass fish, and Mike, he didn't want nothing to do with that. So we went down to Lad Landing, put in, and caught 4 or 5 bass, and I laid the camera down on the front of the boat, and I thought I'd cut it off, and it was sitting there running. It run every bit of that 24 minutes of tape out, laying on the front of the boat.
Yeah, we got a lot of the boat.
Yeah, we got a lot of the boat, and so I finally got on another spot and caught a fish there, and I reached down to get the camera, and I said, son of a gun, it's done out, Wes. And so I cut it off, and we did catch 6 or 7 more fish there on a jig. The funny thing about it is, I'll tell everybody right quick before we go to this film, we was throwing a spinner bait and a chatter bait and catching the fish in there in a foot of water, and then got down there and caught them 6 or 7 it was in 15 foot of water on a jig.
Right. Yeah.
So that so that's
they're from top to about 15 feet right now. The water temperature has got a lot to do with it, and they're feeding heavy on these minnows. They're getting ready for winter time.
Yeah, and they're all in that transition.
That's right.
I think they're going to be moving up and that kind of thing. I told Mike coming over here, I said, Mike, if you wasn't so tired, I'd just take you down at Watts Bar and let you flip a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just go down.
That's what I'm doing here tonight. I'm just trying to make arrangements for me and Steve and Mike to go fishing here right after Thanksgiving. And I'm telling you right now, Steve done showed me a picture of one of just a fraction under 21 inches, come from Dale Hollow. And our good friend is over there tonight, and we're going to try to get a hold of him here after the show and see what he's doing. But me and Steve and Mike is planning a trip to the holler here right after Thanksgiving. Hopefully it works out just fine.
Yeah, and if they don't feed us real good, we'll go before Thanksgiving.
That's right. Yes,
oh, Lordy. So anyway, Mike's gonna show us some crappie film, and then we'll discuss it. Mike, you tell us about that 3 or 4 foot of water and out there to that 20 foot of water. All right, Herschel, whenever you're ready.
All right, folks. I'm down here at Caney Creek. I'm going to try to drown a few minnows and maybe find some more crappie and see what's going on up in here. So hang with me and We'll see what's going on here. Working it over, there's a great big one. Lusky right there. There he is again. Back over there. Rebel up through here. Jerk bait on. X-wrap. Here. Throw it a little bit. See if I can get a connection. Folks hadn't got off. First drop down, had one on there, brought him to the top. His was living, wouldn't keep. About 15 foot. Oh, missed that one. up quite a few on the depth finder here. Okay, folks. I'm in here fishing about 2 foot deep under a floater. Caught a black nose there. Pretty nice little crappie. We'll see if we can get a few more of them. Hang with us and remember the sponsors, and let's go fishing. Beating on him, just won't take it. Must be a bluegill. Must be a bluegill. He just ain't big enough to take it or something. Around here on the other side. Okay, folks. Let's raise my floater up about another foot there, and we'll look just a little bit deeper. About close to 4 foot. Started getting some action right quick, so that might have been what it needed. So he's 11 inches, so we'll stay right after him. Maybe Steve and them should have come with me. Busting pretty heavy right in there. Get up here and see what we can do with them. Maybe we can get one to strike. There we are back. Now I got him. Yeah, I bet getting his, he's close. Yeah, he's almost 11. Alright, folks. Seems to be doing fairly good. I'm going to see if I can put a grub on him and see what it does. Hang with us. Let's go fishing. Making another crappie here. Takes a few minutes to get one to bite, but they all seem to be about the same. Yeah, that's about 12 inches. So we'll keep fooling around here. Maybe we'll get a bunch before it's over with. Stick with us. Okay, folks. Let's raise my floater up about another foot there, and then look just a little bit deeper. About close to 4 foot. Started getting some action right quick, so that might have been what it needed. So he's 11 inches, so we'll stay right after him. Maybe Steve and them should have come with me. Four foot deep seems to be working pretty good. Another one. Like I say, folks, they ain't big ones, but they're 11 inches. Good eaters anyway. Hang with us, and we'll see if we ain't got to mess up before dark. He's beating on it, just won't take it. Must be a bluegill. Must be a bluegill. He just ain't big enough to take it or something. Get around here on the other side. There we are back. Now I got him. See how big getting is. He's close. Yeah, he's almost 11. Alright, folks. Seems to be doing fairly good. I'm going to see if I can put a grub on him and see what it does. Hang with us. Let's go fishing. Alright, folks, there's a little brush pile right here coming in beside these poles here, and there's one biting on it. I don't know what he's going to do with it. He's trying to take it. Yep, he's jerking at it. Just ain't took it yet. There he goes. the minnow. They good at that. Get another minnow on, see what we can do. They didn't seem to want that grub, so put another little minnow after them. All right, folks. I think that was a little bit too little. We'll get another minnow on and see what we can do with them. See it now? Snake took it, you. Another black nose. Right. How many we got there? Okay. We got plenty, that's for sure. Another lead mancher. Yeah. I got about a dozen or more, I guess. See. They like them minnows. Sometimes you catch one, he spooks the rest of them out for a few minutes. You got to let it calm down. Catch them up in the tree. bank, see if we can hit a little something. Used to be a few brush piles down through here. Alright, folks. I got hung up down there after one hit, and I finally got it undone and brought it in. And there's the minnows I've had on, and there's the fish I had on. He ain't 2-3 inches long, but he hit that son of a gun, jerked that floater under like a 10-pounder. He sure must have been hungry, but I'll tell you one thing, he sure is a pretty little old thing. Little red eye. Alright. Just throw him back and let him go. Them big rockfish is starting to break up through here, so I may get me on a jerk bait or a top water or something and throw a little bit after them. There's quite a bit of activity up through here. A lot of minnows. I'll get turned around here so you can see it. I think they're going to get after it pretty hard and heavy here. The minnows are sure coming up through here. Working it over, there's a great big one. Luscous right there. There he is again. Back over there. Several up through here. Got a jerk bait on. X-wrap. Here. Throw it a little bit. See if I can get a connection. Dusting pretty heavy right in there. Get up here and see what we can do with them. Maybe we can get one to strike. Folks, I got something on here. Jumped on that spitting image. See what we got here. Oh, got a good little bass. Yeah, got a good bass there. Yeah. Good 3-pounder. Close to 4. We got you. Yes, sir. That's a nice one. We'll turn him back and catch him again next time. Yeah. Like he's fattening up for the winter.
All right, there we go, folks. Bill, Mike's got some explaining to do.
Yes, sir. He sure has. I tell you one thing, that was a good largemouth that he caught out of them there stripers down there.
Yes, sir. It sure was. But what I was looking at there, he wasn't sitting out there in the middle of the lake. He was right up on the bank.
Right up on the bank, yeah. He'd been telling us he's sitting out there in the middle of the lake on them trees, and here we caught him. We done kissed him right in there on the bank.
That's
but
right.
that's where you found the crappie anyway, son.
All right, Mike, tell us about the crappie. Because you're doing something, you're doing different now.
Yeah, well, like I say, put in there at Canyon Creek and went over toward the campground and started fishing out there. I seen fish when going across the channel there, 20 foot deep on in. I just cut the motor off and drifted in there and got ready and dropped down. And as soon as I dropped down, I caught a crappie about 6-7 inches long, and then turned the boat around and got situated again. And, worked myself back out to 20 foot, and get nothing, started back in, caught another, about 15 foot deep. He was about 7-8 inches long, and I kept following right along that creek channel, working my way in and out, thinking, them fish has got to be in here. I'm seeing them everywhere on the depth finder. Couldn't get nothing to bite. Got one catfish to hit. So then this other guy that was back in the holler there come idling out through there and talked to him, and he told me, he said, I've been out there crappie fishing, said I've been fishing deep, and said couldn't do no good, and said I just started going shallower, and said I fished all these different brush piles and got back there in the back of that holler and said 2 to 3 foot deep, said caught quite a few crappie there on a little old tube bait, chartreuse with a red head. And I said, well, okay, so I appreciate it. And he went on, so I idled over to some trees. I fished several trees over there, across from the swimming area and around in there. And never got the first strike. I said, okay, so I went through another bridge, went to the holler on the right over there, fished all of it, not a strike. Come back around in the next holler, fished all back in there, didn't get a strike. Started down that one bank there where they'd put them poles in, right dock. Got in there and caught one, and sat there for a little while, kept flipping around there. Down a few minutes, catch another one. Go around, finally caught 2 or 3 more, and then I just got to thinking. I said, man, the way them fish is acting like I ain't getting a minnow down there to them. So I slid my float up another foot, started fishing 4 foot deep instead of 3, and started catching a lot more fish there. Done pretty good about 4 foot deep, but they was all black nose crappie.
And them black nose, they get real good too, son. They get big, don't they?
Yeah, they was big crappie. But
they were. I've seen them.
Some was just keepers, but then had some nice ones too. But
yeah.
Like I say though, the black nose seemed like they was up shallow. And, didn't catch no white crappie at all shallow. And then all the minnows were breaking in there like crazy, and the rockfish going crazy. And I thought, well, I'll try to film them a little bit and maybe catch one. And started throwing that top water plug around and got that good bass to jump on it.
He was in there with them trappers.
Yeah, he's over close to the bank there where them stripes was running through everywhere in there. But yeah, caught a good bass there on that top water plug. That spitting image.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a nice bass.
Had a couple other blow-ups there, but they didn't stay with it. Changed plugs 2 or 3 times. Still didn't make no difference.
Right.
Throwed a little bit of rattle trap, crankbaits and stuff around, but couldn't get them to strike nothing. But them rockfish, I don't know what it's going to take to catch them. But now there's plenty of them in that lake, that's for sure.
There's so many of them. You better be careful. You be winding something and snag one of them out there.
They don't need to put no more in there because when we talked to the biologist over here and asked him, how long these things live, and he says around 25 years.
Yeah.
I said, dang, a bass just lives 8 or 9 years, something like that.
Yeah.
10. I said, hey, 3 times as long. So,
yeah.
They don't need to put many of them things in there. Cause
Joe don't do the same.
I agree with you on that, Mike. There's plenty of them down there. I'll tell you that right now. They're from one end of the lake to the other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, from dam to dam. That's exactly where they're at.
Getting bigger and bigger every
Every
year,
year,
and,
yes.
and we're catching small ones too. That's 18 inches a foot, and, in that range too. So there's plenty of small ones coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure are. They definitely plenty of them. And if a feller just wanted to catch him one or two right now, he could be down there.
That's
Get
right.
in the back
That's
of them
exactly
sloughs.
right,
I
yeah.
mean, wherever you find them shad, and that's where the shad's at.
Yeah.
You just run in any of them sloughs down there and just sit there for a minute. If they ain't already jumping, they will be.
They will.
Well, that goes back what we've always said. When you got the bait, you got the fish.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yes,
Bill.
And there's plenty of bait in Moss Bar Lake.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Most of it, I'm sure that there's some LY down there for they go right on through these lakes, but there's a lot of threadfin shad down there that stays shallow.
Yep.
And I tell you what, when I've always said, if you got the minnows, you got the fish.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
You sure do.
That's a fact. Ain't no doubt about that.
I still say them white crappies out there, 15, 20, 25, in that range. Water temperature was back down to 59 degrees. So, it's going to cool on down. Them bass going to come on in, and them crappies going to start gathering up out there shallow. I don't know if them whitings is going to come on back in, and where people pick them up trolling again and all that stuff. I don't know whether that's going to happen or not. But, that's for sure. The black crappie and the black nose crappie is in there shallow.
Yeah. All right. Hope you got that, folks. If you want to fish if you want to fish shallow, and be like Mike was doing there, good
He
tree
caught some good ones up there shallow too.
Yeah, he sure did. Them was nice sized crappie. A lot of them he had. But get you a good tree top, and you might have to hit 3 or 4 before you find them. But
Right.
you're going to run into them, guarantee it. If you don't want to get out there in the middle of the lake fish for them. So we've got 2 options right now, and then last week you remember who was that called in?
Ray Bryant.
Ray Bryant. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Ray's
Right.
been catching them here on Milton Hill.
Right.
And he knows this Milton Hill like he ought to, and so he's been catching some good crappie right here on Milton Hill. And hey, all you got to do is get out there and look for them.
Yep, I agree with that.
What was the boy told us from White Pine there today, that they was catching the heck out of them on Douglas too?
Yeah, catching a lot of crappie on Douglas. Talked to a boy today from up White Pine area, and he said they just killed them.
Oh man.
Just wearing them out. So I don't know what to tell you. If you're going to catch them, you're going to have to get out there.
If you're going to sit at home on the couch, you don't say, "Well, I wished I'd have gone." That's the same way with me. I ain't been sitting home on the couch, but I've been working my tail off and on things and trying to get ready for winter and everything. But I've not got to go fishing. But I'm looking forward to here after Thanksgiving. I'm going to stay with these boys right here and make them take me a fishing.
We're going to do it. Hey, folks, listen. Friday I was down at Reynolds Racing and Marine and the Citizens First Bank there in Harriman. Got acquainted with some people, and we're going to draw for a few shirts here. Bill, draw out a name.
All right here, buddy. Let's see here. Yeah, I believe I got one right there.
All right.
Buddy.
Good deal. Robert Lee from out Wartburg area. He's their first winner. Mike, draw us one. Put that right there. Man, I'm going to have to put my glasses on. Rita Atkinson got her drawed out here. So I'll call these folks if they're not watching and let them know that they're winners. Draw another one, Bill.
All right here, old buddy. Look here. I mean, I got a dandy right here. That's a crackerjack.
All right. James Beck. Let's see. Where's James? He's from the Harriman area. Good deal. All right. Give one more, Mike.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Trampus Ison. I know where he's from, so that's a good deal right there, Mike. There's 4 winners, and I've got their phone numbers here, and we'll call those folks and let them know about where to pick their shirts up. And folks, be listening. You know, I don't know exactly when I'll be. I can't tell you I won't tell you I'll be at the Rome Street Grill or Tim's Tire tomorrow. I'm going to wait till after Thanksgiving, and I've got some things I need to do tomorrow, Bill.
Yeah.
And but I'll get back. I want to get out to Wartburg at the Citizens First Bank, and then down to the Rome Street Grill and to Tim's Tire. So when I let you know I'm going to be there, you know, come by and say hello and sign up to win a shirt.
Can't beat that, old buddy.
No, sir. Got some nice-looking shirts coming. Going to be, you know how it is around the holidays. Everything kind of gets backed up.
Yes,
yeah.
Everybody, so she told me it'd be 2 weeks, and that was last week. So this week will be 1 week. Next week will be the second. I hope I get them right after Thanksgiving.
Hey, you've been telling me about them. You said you've been telling me they were actually better than anything you run into.
Yeah, they're going to look good. I guarantee you. I think everybody will be happy with them. Yeah, and let me tell y'all a couple of things right here. Last week I mentioned the thing with Carm on the bed in a bag. If you can support that, I'm sure they would appreciate it, and it goes to a real good cause. And then Reynolds Racing and Marine, Glenn's going to have his side-by-sides down there, and then I was there Saturday or Friday. He sold 2 side-by-sides there Friday.
Good.
I mean, they just, you know, people was tickled to death with them. They was driving them around the parking lot and everything else there Friday. So, which that helps Glenn, helps me, and I'm glad for that. But he will be down there at the Championship Rodeo, Bull Riding Championship there at Rome State for November the 27th and 28th, and he'll have a bunch of side-by-sides down there. He's got a 5-passenger. Those things got hydraulic or electric steering, Mike, or is it electric steering on them, I think. And you can just spin that steering wheel around one finger, and they're nice. I don't know a lot about them, but I just seen a lot of features, and they look pretty good. Rome Street Grill. Now, this right here is the deal. If you don't want to cook, ladies, take your husband down to Rome Street Grill next Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, from 11 to 7:30, and you can get. They got a Thanksgiving buffet, Bill. Mm-hmm. All the fixings. I talked to them down there today.
Yes, sir.
And for $12.99 per person.
Buddy, you sure can't stay at home and cook it for that. And you're getting some of the best food there is around.
Yes, sir.
They got some awful good pie too.
Yeah, sure have. They've got awful good food down there, folks. I tell you what, them ladies that do the cooking down there, they know what they're doing. And yeah, that's Thanksgiving Day. From 11 to 7:30 there at the Rome Street Grill in Harriman. You don't want to cook, well, you've got a good place to go and get you a good traditional Thanksgiving meals, exactly the way the lady put it to me. And it's all you can eat buffet.
Can't beat that.
You can't beat that. You sure can't. So remember that. That's what's going on with that. And let me check off on some things right here that we've got done. Announcement. The East Tennessee Sportsman's Association, their next real meeting is the 3rd Tuesday of January, which is the 19th of January next year. Right now they're not having any more meetings because they're getting everything ready for the parades.
Right.
They're going to be in the parades. I got to see the banners that they had bought or got ordered. They're should have them there next week. I would think they look good. They're going to put the banners on the boat, and basically it's to advertise for the Sportsman's Association, and which is good because we need it. I think they've got a few over 100 members right now, and growing, and So if you're a member, and make sure you pass the word around, and they're going to attend a lot of these parades here over the holiday.
Right. We need 500 members.
We really do, Bill. That's exactly right.
More members you got, the more you can get done.
Yeah, and it's not just fishing, folks. If you look at one of their shirts with their logo on it, it's hunting, fishing, both. I mean, they got bow hunters in there, and a fisherman up on the boat, and a gun hunter in there in a blind, and this, that, and the other right on their logo. So be good. The thing I do hope that they get on this banner was their website, and I'm hoping they've got that. I hadn't got to talk to Willie. I tried to call him yesterday, and I didn't get an answer, but that doesn't, that's no big deal. But I'm hoping they'll get their website up and they can get it on the banner, and then everybody they can get in touch with them and keep up to date on the web, and that I think that'll help a whole lot. Let's see, a couple more things here. I think I've got to make an announcement with. Herschel, I want you to make sure you save me enough time to show the fudge commercial, and let's see what else here about my sponsors. And talking to the sponsors, they all want to be conveyed to everybody, have a joyful Thanksgiving and a safe Thanksgiving, and they appreciate you all watching the show and doing business with them and that kind of thing. So the Bible ministry there at Mount Pisgah Church, Shared Treasures there in Oliver Springs across from Ace Hardware, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candies and Gifts, the Rome Street Grill, Reynolds Racing Marine, Knox Area Rescue Ministries. I told you how we could help them. Tim's Tire, and I talked to Tim today, or was at his business today, and he said, hey, bad weather's coming. If you need the tires, come by down there and it's your take care of it. So you can't beat a deal like that. I will say this, he's tar and chipped the parking lot. They have a lot of big trucks coming in now there, Bill, and it beats the parking lot down pretty quick.
Right, yeah.
And so they've had the parking lot tarred and chipped and nice road in now there now. And so, like I said, if your bad weather's coming in, you need some tires.
In fact about it, I've got to go see them myself.
I hear you. They slip up on us, don't they?
Yep.
And so remember that. And then in the 5 branches, the Citizens Bank, all that kind of stuff, and the sign shop down there. Mike, anything, there's something special Amy was working on? Remember what that was? Anything special going on at the sign shop? I mean, I know they're covered up with signs and shirts. And these parades has got them all tied up, But don't forget the sign shop there in Harriman, and they can take care of you there on your signs and that kind of thing. So appreciate you supporting the sponsors, and they'll keep supporting us, Bill, hopefully.
That's right.
Yeah, and we can keep bringing this good fishing in here. So anyway.
It's good fishing right now, but it's going to get even better.
Yes, sir. Exactly right. A little rumor I heard about the fudge shop. I'm not supposed to tell you this, Bill, but I'm going to tell you anyway. You can get their fudge at the Cracker Barrel.
At the Cracker Barrel?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, son, I like it anywhere you can get it. I don't care. That's the best fudge I ever ate.
I guarantee it won't say, it don't have their name on it, but it's there.
Yeah.
And I wasn't supposed to tell you that, but I did.
Well, I'm glad to know that. I get to go to Cracker Barrel quite often, and I'll check that out.
All right, yeah, it's not under their name, but it is their fudge, and it's Cracker Barrel brand. That's all I can tell you. I don't want to get them in trouble, and so I'm just passing that along. Yeah, it's good fudge. You can get it at the Cracker Barrel, so remember that. Tournament-wise, James Knuckles, the Volunteer Bass Trail, Got a tournament on Cherokee, November the 28th. So, if you folks, anybody fishing that'd be a good tournament up there, Bill.
You sure will.
That's a good time.
They've been sampling them fish up there. TWRA has, and they've come up with some real good fish. They brought a bunch of good fish to the top of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, right now's a good time for Cherokee Lake.
Yes, sir.
Sure, yeah. And about honestly, folks, you know, they've drug around here all summer long in that hot water, and they're really active right now. And it don't matter if it's a crappie or a bluegill or a bass or a striper, they got plenty of spunk.
Yep, that's right.
I mean, they're you know, they're fattening up for the winter, and they don't care to get after.
Yeah, we had a friend that done found out how spunky they are. He said this here fish is a good fish, and he wasn't waiting for the net. He was going to lift him in, and what did it do? Broke his rod. That sucker broke my rod, he said.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, that'll happen. I can't believe we hadn't had any callers. Mike Richards, I hope you're watching. I got your little donation help thing, and I want to thank you much. And like I told you on the phone, you've done more than enough.
I really need to go see Mike. I wished I was could do what I used to do. I'd done be down there and me and him go fishing.
Well, I'm going to see him. We're going to go see him as soon as I get them shirts in. We're going to take him another shirt.
Good.
Yes, sir. We sure are going to do that just quick as I can get them. And I asked that girl, I said, please rush them if you can.
You'll be going right by his house when you go get the shirts.
You go get the shirts. We're going to come right back by there and hand him off one.
Right.
For sure. But anyway, anybody got any fishing reports? We got a few minutes. Appreciate you calling in, and that kind of thing. That's about all I've got mentioned right now. Mike, what about the catfish? Did you catch many catfish down there the other day?
No, I didn't. I just caught one.
You just caught one?
Yeah.
So that means they're out there in that 20 foot of water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Herschel, did you copy that? Yeah. Okay. Good deal. There ain't no need fishing in our shallow. You're going to have to fish out a little deeper.
Yep.
And so that sounds good. Now, I will say this, and we didn't show that film, but Mike and I were down there, what was it, Mike, Tuesday evening?
Yeah.
And we caught several catfish Tuesday evening down there fishing. And the funny thing about it was you'd catch one of them brown-looking cats that was just beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, speckled up, looked like a trout, really, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it kind of looked like, reminded you of a trout color. And then you turn right around and catch one of them old white channel cats, I guess, or a
blue cat.
Blue cat.
Yeah.
And him just white as snow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
how deep were they?
about 18 to 20 feet.
That's where you're going to find them catfish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they right in there where we catching the crop.
Yeah.
And sure are. But they just two different species of them running together, seem like, you know. So I don't know. I guess the bigger cats may be out there a little deeper or whatever.
They be on the bottom wherever they are.
Yeah. A guy told me Friday that they had been catching some crappie up Tennessee, shallow, and around the docks and trees and stuff, and then that just seemed like they just up and quit, and they hadn't really nobody backed up out there and found them yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on, but he said they was catching some nice ones and a lot of them up there a couple of weeks ago in their shallow, like I said, around the boat docks and around the treetops and stuff laying off the bank. But he said last week, he said it just kind of died. He's got some buddies that fish pretty regular down there.
Yeah.
And they just said, we ain't doing no good. And so they're out trying to find them. I don't know if the current's got them messed up Tennessee or not, but there's a lot of crappie in that Tennessee River.
Oh, yeah, they sure are, son, yeah. It's full of them.
Yes, sir.
And it's think about that Tennessee River is going to start this sauger fishing here before long.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And the colder that water gets, the better that sauger fishing is going to get.
Yep. And there's already been some good walleye caught up through there. Is that all the time we got? Okay. We're about out of time. You got time to show my commercials? Man, you're right on it, Herschel. Folks, I do want to tell you again, we all wish you all a happy and safe Thanksgiving. And remember the sponsors and help us out where you can. God bless you, and we'll see you next week. Oh, excuse me. Wait a minute. Herschel, hold on a second. We won't have a show next week. That's on Thanksgiving night. Herschel's done said he wasn't going to be here, so we're going to play a replay. So, but we will see you the following week, and until then, be careful.
What have you, remember, they've got these truck tires here. They're stacked up overhead high. I mean, just hundreds of them. So don't forget that. And you specialty tires, your ATVs, lawn tractors, skid steers. They've got about, there ain't no doubt about it. He's got any kind of tires you're looking for, and if they don't have it, they can get it for you, I guarantee you. But they've got a bunch of different tires here in stock, and make sure you think of them if you need some tires. Folks, showing you just a few more of these tires. I'm telling you, there's a warehouse full of tires here. Also, right here, we got these trailer tires, and I'm out of that 100 that he ordered. I don't see very many left. I was told he was going to get some more. So if you're still needing those trailer tires, utility boat trailer tires, folks, right here be a good chance you get a good price on them, and they're nice tires. So remember Tim's Tire, and if you're needing tires of any kind or any size, give them a shout. Thank you.
Country Fresh Foods. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years at Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts in Oliver Springs, a division of Country Fresh Foods.
Rodney and Kay Harback invite everyone to come on over to Roan Street Grill to experience a pleasant dining experience with them. Rodney knows how important it is to get folks back to work after lunch, so they have a speedy lunch at Roan Street Grill. They will get you in and get you out. Every day they have a special at lunch or order off the menu. So go visit the fine folks at Roan Street Grill. Call them at 865-285-6025. That's Roan Street Grill, across from Jerry Duncan Ford in Harriman. Call them at 865-285-6025.
Josh Donaldson is the winner in the American League. You're listening to Fox News Radio. Fair